How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back to my channel. So today I actually have 9 titles I want to talk about, and the reason I'm doing this video now is because I'm actually going to Las Vegas near the end of this week. So I don't know if I'll be buying any other Blu-rays or 4Ks or anything before the end of the week, before the end of the month. So I decided just to do this now. It's really exciting. If you know Barnes & Noble, they've been doing their Arrow sale. I think it's going on till the end of August. And so I actually bought one title here from the actual Barnes & Noble store, and I'll explain why the other one. I'll go into the other one a little bit more. But this first one, released in 1984. It's from David Lynch. The movie is Dune. This is a movie that's definitely had to grow on me over the years. And I definitely didn't like it the first time I saw it. I had it on standard Blu-ray before, which I also bought at Barnes & Noble maybe 3 or 4 years ago or so. But when the sale happened, I thought I'm gonna go ahead and buy this again. This is on on Blu-ray. They have it on 4K as well. I decided not to buy it on 4K, but there's actually like two different like covers on this. The one that when I bought it had this cover on it, but I really prefer this one. This is more like the classic poster from Dune. But like I said, this is I don't know where I would rank this in David Lynch's filmography. Maybe not extremely high, but like I said, overall this movie's kind of grown on me over the years. So I don't know. I kind of like it slightly more every time I see it. So, but the second one here was actually one that I wanted to buy at Barnes & Noble. Buy it in the stores, but they didn't have it in any of the stores in my local area. And at the time, it was actually sold out online. And I think I looked at it last night. It looks like it's available online again. So, like I said, if you want this, go check it out at your local Barnes & Noble store. But the movie is Weird Science. This is another movie that I've actually never owned this on physical media before. So this is definitely one that had to kind of grow on me over the years. This is directed by John Hughes. I found out last night. I always thought that John Hughes directed a lot more movies than he did. He has like 8 movies as far as the ones that he's directed. And then he obviously wrote a bunch of other movies as well, which is, I always kind of get confused what movies he wrote and directed and which ones he just wrote. Like National Lampoon's Vacation, he wrote that one. But there's so many others. Home Alone, he wrote the Home Alone 1 and 2. So this one, and Kelly LeBrock is really great in this. I realized I found out last night that she was born in New York City, but grew up in London. That's why she has that heavy British accent. But she was somebody that any guy my age in 1985, I would have been 12 at the time. Anybody at that age, definitely Kelly LeBrock was definitely extremely good looking. And it's any kid at my age definitely kind of grew up really loving this movie. Or I've seen this movie probably, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 times over the years, and I've seen it on TV, like bits and pieces here or there. So I'm glad to finally have this in my collection. This one also has a reversible artwork, which is basically it's the same thing. It's I think this, I don't know if this one's more like the movie poster, but I prefer this one. I like the dark covers, just the colors to be darker. But Anthony Michael Hall is really good in this. I forgot that Robert Downey Jr. is actually in Weird Science as well. So, but yeah, this one I liked it more the second time I watched it last night. I watched the extended cut first, and then I watched the theatrical cut shortly after. It doesn't have a commentary on it, which is kind of disappointing, but it's definitely the oddest one. I haven't seen all the movies that John Hughes directed, but this one's definitely. I think I have 4 altogether: Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller's, and also 16 Candles. I have all those on Blu-ray. So like I said, I had to check this one out. The next 2 movies are actually both Criterions. One is actually used. Like I said, I wasn't planning on buying any of the Criterions this month, but I saw one used. I did like a trade-in and half-price books, and they gave me like $11. And so I took that and saw they had all the Criterions are in like a glass case. So I decided when I saw that and saw this particular one in the glass case, it was on my list, and I thought I got to pick this up for $11 off of that price. I thought it was a great time to pick it up. But the movie is Arsenic and Old Lace. It's from Frank Capra. I've got this written down here. It's this one's. It was released in 1944, but I think it was like filmed in 1941. It was I guess it was waiting for the Broadway play to end before they actually released the movie. But this movie is Spine Number 1153, and I thought it was really, like, it was the first time I had ever seen it. The first time I saw it was really odd. I wasn't totally sure what to think of it, and then I watched it with commentary, and I enjoyed it a lot more the second time, just kind of following the storyline with the subtitles and listening to the commentary. But this now, obviously, it's starring Cary Grant. It has Raymond Massey. He plays a really odd kind of villain in the movie, and it also has Peter Lorre. He's in a couple other Criterion movies that I haven't seen. One is M, which I've heard a lot of people say it's really good, and he's also in the Man Who Knew Too Much, which directed by Alfred Hitchcock. So those movies are probably going to be on my list at some point. I only have like one Hitchcock movie. I think he directed close to 60 titles. So, and obviously Psycho is the one I have. But at some point I'm going to dive deep into the filmography of Alfred Hitchcock. Probably get his Criterion movies first, and then branch out. I mean, he's got, like I said, so many titles. It's hard to invest in all that. But it'd be nice if Criterion would do like a box set on Hitchcock. But this movie definitely it's definitely a scary movie. Just the premise of the movie is really scary, really odd. It takes place like on Halloween night, just really odd. But Cary Grant's really great in this, even though I don't think he necessarily wanted to do the movie at the time. But definitely I really enjoy this one. This other one is actually another Criterion, but it's this one I bought brand new. And this is one that I actually passed up on at the Barnes & Noble sale that took place in July. It was one that I wanted to get, but none of my stores had it in stock. And even though I bought some movies online at barnesandnoble.com, I didn't buy it. But the movie is The Hidden Fortress from Kurosawa. It's a Spine Number 116. Like I said, I've got Seven Samurai. I also have the Throne of Blood. So I'm really excited to get this one. I wanted to see this for so long, and I'm really starting to really like Kurosawa's movies. Surprise, surprise. So many people say how great his movies are. So really excited about this. I think George Lucas I think he does a special feature on this, George Lucas, because people say that he definitely took stuff from this and put it in the original Star Wars. But like I said, he does a featurette on this Blu-ray. So he obviously he's a huge fan. I don't think he's ever really necessarily denied being a fan of Kurosawa. And most directors in his age group at the time are big fans of Kurosawa. So, Hidden Fortress, got to watch this one very soon. So the rest of these, this next one actually just got a Criterion announcement. Even though I just bought it used for a reasonable price at a different half price books a while back. But the movie is Mean Streets. So I just found out the announcements for November from Criterion. Mean Streets is going to be on that list. So I'm going to eventually trade this in and buy the Criterion. Because I'm a big fan of Scorsese. It's Robert De Niro's in it. Harvey Keitel's really great in this movie. It's got Amy Robinson. Like I talked about her last month, how she produced Chilly Scenes of Winter and also the After Hours, the Scorsese movie. So I really like this movie, and so I'll eventually trade. I won't double dip. I'll get rid of this one and buy the Criterion probably in November when Barnes & Noble does the next sale. So really excited about that one. This next one will probably also get a Criterion release as well. It's from Wes Anderson. I just bought this past week. And the movie is Asteroid City. Obviously, I look probably about 2 years from now, I'll probably get a Criterion release, but this was released on my birthday, August 15th. So I thought, and I had a gift card for Best Buy, so I went ahead and got this. I did a price match with Target. It was like $22.99. It has a digital code. Sometime, I think it's early September, there's another Blu-ray title I'm going to get that it's going to have a digital code as well. So look forward to getting digital code for this movie. I'll do like a giveaway where I like to have at least 2 movies so I can do, I can have like 2 lists and have people sign up for both. So look forward to that one. I won't tell you what the title is for that one, because I really don't buy as much new titles as I used to, because I have Regal and AMC memberships. I get to see all these movies in the theater, and a lot of times I watch movies new, and I kind of decide after I've seen them if I want to buy them on physical media. And a lot of times I think, well, that movie's not necessarily rewatchable, but I like this movie enough, and like I said, I'm a huge Wes Anderson fan, so I look forward to seeing this for the second time, and hopefully the movie will continue to grow on me. I liked it more than The French Dispatch, So, but yeah, I really love the cast in this. It has a huge cast of characters in it, and a lot of like famous actors are in this movie. But that one, this next one I bought used, and it's something that it's a classic concert that took place in 1969. The movie is Woodstock, the director's cut. This has like 3 discs in it. I got it for a decent price, bought it used, and I couldn't believe it. Just all the legendary musicians that were in this classic concert, and just the big mess that this concert was, with just being overpopulated with people. It's special features are so great in this. Yeah, definitely. Jimi Hendrix, I think he was like the last act that played at the festival. But definitely, I've seen bits and pieces of this over the years, the concert. But just to see the whole thing, the whole movie, and plus I think like almost an hour more than what the theatrical cut was. But Woodstock, definitely a great one. So I have 2 titles left. This one was actually an upgrade from DVD. This one's from Sofia Coppola. The movie is Lost in Translation. I've heard some people say that they don't like this movie. I had it, like I said, I had it on DVD, and I think it wouldn't surprise me if someday this one got a Criterion release. But but like I said, I just wanted to upgrade it. I found it used and thought it's time. I think it was like $5, so I thought it was time to upgrade it. And it doesn't have a commentary on it, but Bill Murray's really great on this. Scarlett Johansson, she was really young in this movie. Just really interesting to see these 2 Americans in Japan, just kind of, not knowing anybody else, and just forming sort of a friendship together, But some people don't like this movie, but I do enjoy it. So, but the last movie here was also a DVD upgrade. This one's from Francis Ford Coppola, and it's The Outsiders. I think not too long ago I talked about favorite movies from, I think it's from 1983, and I thought, I really should upgrade this to Blu-ray, and I saw it at Barnes & Noble. I used my my rewards card. It seems like now that I have that rewards card, which is free, like I talked about in one of my previous videos, now that I have that, I'm more likely to buy more movies and buy stuff that in there, books and such. And they're doing like I bought a CD that, it looks like they're getting rid of all their CDs now, which is not a big surprise, but they have a ton of vinyl there, but they're putting a lot of their CDs, compact discs on sale. So I bought that, and this was like $4.99 for this one. So I thought it's a good time to upgrade this to Blu-ray. So I did all that. So let me know in the comments, have you ever been to Vegas? Let me know. I have friends that have been to Las Vegas, and they really enjoyed it. So like I said, I just turned 50 not too long ago, so I thought it was a good time to get out and just kind of go. I've never been farther west than Missouri before, so for me to go to Vegas is a really big deal. Let me know if you have any of these, like those 2 Criterion titles or those 2 Arrow titles. Are you excited about the Mean Streets being released on Blu-ray and 4K from Criterion? Please, if you're not already a subscriber to my channel, please do that. Please put a thumbs up on this video, and have a great one. Thank you. Bye.